good day, class. It's me again, Teacher Noy. So, nice to meet you again. Okay, before we begin our lesson for today, which is the Mission 3, let's have a recap muna regarding our last meeting. Um, as you remember, ano ba yung mga natalakay natin? Ano ba yung mga mission na natalakay natin last time? Yes, Fatma?
Last time, we talked all about Mission 1, na bakit pagkilala at pagpapalalim ng sarili ang pangarap. And the Mission 2, paano pagtupay sa TESDA scholarships para sa different pag-aaral.
Okay, very good. So, yes, you're right. Na so far, dalawang mission na yung natalakay natin, which is the Mission 1 and the Mission 2. So, let's have a recap muna regarding our last meeting. As you remember, natalakay din natin yung HERO, which is, ano nga ba? HERO stands for
HERO stands for Higher Level Education or Training Readiness Orientation.
Okay, thank you. So, yes, HERO stands for the Higher Level Education or Training Readiness Orientation. So, HERO is the opportunity for students, right? And yeah, HERO is the opportunity to students or to those OSY who wish to further or who wish to pursue further education. So, that is for the HERO. And according to Republic Act 10931, which is ito, or the section 5, free TVET in the post-secondary TVIS. So, according to the Republic Act 10931, it is the policy of the state to protect and promote the right of all students to quality education at all levels. So, okay? So, that is. Then, we also talked about the UAQTEA, which stands for
UAQTEA stands for Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act.
Thank you, very good. So, yes, the UAQTEA aims to provide adequate funding and such other mechanisms to increase the participation rate among those in all socio-economic classes in tertiary education, which is provide Filipinos students with equal opportunities and with equal opportunity to qualify tertiary education in both private and the public institution. So, it will also ensure the optimized utilizations of government resources in education and provide adequate guidance and uncertainties in supporting young Filipinos with their career choices towards the proper development and utilization of human resources. So that is okay. That is the benefits of UAQTA, or which stands for the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. So, yun yung mga natalakay natin last time. So, for today's lesson, we will gonna talk about the Mission 3, which is the the pagpili sa TESDA programs at courses na angkop sa'yo. So, yun. As a students, you need to choose a program choose a programs at TESDA that fit to you, because picking a what we call this unique course can be tough. You need to think about what you want to do to study, what you wanted to learn, how you wanted to do it, and where, while also considering the best path towards your career choices. Do plenty research about what you are going to choose to get an idea of what working in the field will actually be like for you or be fitted for you. So, go or talk to the industry professionals and program coordinators at institutions of interest, as well as the people employed in the industry and current students of TESDA courses and careers. So, getting real insight can make all the can make all the difference. Just keep in mind that all courses and careers have positive and negative aspects. So, the trick is to find a good balance. And it's important to look at graduate outcomes to see how you are likely to fare after graduation. But don't base your decisions solely on a high salary or in a good chance of landing a graduate job. The most important thing is to choose a course and career path that matches your interests and skill sets, as well as your overall life goals. Hence, keep in mind that job prospects vary between individual institutions and as well as between individual critics or individual scientists. So, that is for the pagpili sa TESDA programs at courses na angkop sa'yo. So, the Mission 3 has the two purposes, which is the one, may ihambing ang mga pagkakaiba ng TVET sectors ayon sa National Technical Education and Skills Development. Then we have also the malaman ang mga benepisyo ng pagkakaroon ng TESDA National Certificate. So, ito, unahin muna natin yung number 1, which is maihambing ang mga pagkakaiba ng TVET sectors ayon sa National Technical Education and Skills Development. So, TVET, or this stands for what?
TVET stands for Technical Vocational Education Technology.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Eswatma. So, TVET, or the Technical Vocational Education and Training, is the education or training process wherein it involves, in addition to general education, the study of technologies and related sciences and acquisition of practical skills, reviving or to occupations in various sectors of economic life and social life. Companies or formal organizations or programs as part of the school system. And it is the formed organization classes outside that school system approaches. So, generally, the Philippines TVET sector has been experiencing healthy growth, but while it receives only on pursuit of gross domestic product in government finding support, scholarship funding has boosted in enrollment and produced positive results with the average employment rate of TVET graduates with scholarship. In addition, TVET is gaining more attention as the education sector evolves and develops more satisfaction and sophistication, starting with the K-12 programs and into the international referencing initiatives and agreements like the ASEAN Out Qualifications or ASEAN Qualifications framework and other mutual recognition systems. So, these are the creating opportunities to expand TVET capabilities or capacity and performance, both in education, infrastructure, and a human capital development platform. So, TVET also has found a place in a certain subsectors of labor and employment market today. TVET also found a place in a certain subsectors of the labor and employment market today. TVET graduates are successfully employed in such sentence as such sectors as the tourism hotels and restaurants. Second, we have the IT or the ICT, and third, we have the health, social, community, and other services. And the fourth, we have the electronics, and the last is the metals and engineering. So, to give you more insight, the growth of certain industries like tourism and construction and ICT is certainly also benefiting Tibet is as these industries require more skilled workers. So, as to TESDA, which stands for the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, is similar to this. TESDA is ensuring quality standards for providers and trainees as part of its mandate. So, the implementation rather of TechVoc course under the K-12 program has aggravated the lack of facilities and equipment, qualified trainees, and what we call this accessors in the sector. Another problem area, as the Philippine Tibet sector is largely supply driven, this reality adds to the job and skills most much and under the employment. Access to Tibet also process a challenges. Unlike or limited funding and other resources, limitations, contributions to certain sectors not big or not being attended to a reached by Tibet. So one such sectors is the marginalized, the disadvantaged poor, which is the government. In 2015 recorded at 21.6%. So that is for the number 1. Let's move forward to the number 2, which is number 2 layunin of Mission 3, which is the malaman ang mga benepisyo ng pagkakaroon ng TESDA National Certificate. So, as you remember, last time we tackled about the TESDA, wherein TESDA provides directions, policies, programs, and standards towards the quality technical education and skills development, which is the high schools and college graduates and unemployed individuals can take advantage of the courses to find a job abroad. Those who were able to complete a course can then take a assessment exam given by TESDA. So if they are able to pass it or complete it, they will be having a national certificate that provided by TESDA program. So, additionally, the national certificate is a document issued by TESDA to you after you finish or satisfy all the requirements, or for the individuals after being subjected to a national competency assessment and proven competencies in all the required units and competency of a national certificate defined under the promulgate training regulations. Yun. Let's move forward to the 7 priority sectors of National Technical Education and Skills Development Plan. So, these are the 7 sectors. So, number 1 is the tourism, hotels, and restaurants. Number 2 is the construction. Then we have the IT or the BPO. We have also the transport, communication, and storage. And the number 5, we have the manufacturing. Next, we have the health, wellness, and other social services. The last is the agriculture, fisheries, forestry. So, under the tourism, hotels, and restaurants, we have the food and beverage services, which is, it has 8 NC1, 2, NC3. We have also the food processing, which it has the NC1 to NC3. We have also the bread and pastry production, NC1 to NC3. And the next is the commercial cooking, which is the NC1 to NC3. Next we have the bartending, NC1 or the 2 NC3. Housekeeping procedures, NC1 to NC3. Front office procedures, NC1 to NC3 also. And the last is the event management procedures, which is, it has the NC1 to NC3. Next, we have the construction. So this includes the masonry, NC1 to NC3, pipe fitting, NC2, plumbing, NC1 to NC2. We have also the architectural desktop, building maintenance supervision. We have also the building wiring installation, which is the NC2. Next, we have the IT-BPO. This includes, or under the IT-BPO, we have 2D animation, which is the NC3, 3D animation, NC2, animation, NC2. We have also the technical drafting, NC2. We have the CAD or the CAM, which is the operation. It has the NC3. We have also the contact center services and customer services, which is it has the NC2 also. Web development, NC3. Game programming, NC3 also. Programming, which is the net technology, we have the NC3. Yes. Programming, which is the Java or the Java, it has the NC3. The last under of the IT is the programming, which is the grade database. It has the NC3. So that is for the number 3. So this is the number 4 sector, which is the transport, communication, and storage. We have under the transport, communication, and storage, we have the automotive body painting or finishing rather, which is, it has the NC2. We have also the auto engine rebuilding. It has the NC2. We have also the automotive servicing, which is the NC1 to NC4. The driving NC2, which is, it has also, we have also the driving NC2 to NC3. The last one is the warehousing services, which is, it is a NC2. So the manufacturing is, this includes the dressmaking, which is the NC2. We have also the food processing, NC4. The auto engine rebuilding, NC2. Automatic body repairing, NC2 also. And the last one but not the least is the chemical process operations, which is the NC2. So under the health, wellness, and the other social services, we have the barbering, beauty care, bookkeeping, caregiving, hairdressing, pharmacy services, NC2, security services, NC1 to NC2. We have also the healthcare services, which is, it is a NC2. The contact center services, the NC2 also. Biomedical equipment services, which is the NC2. The last sector is the agriculture, fisheries, forestry, which is agricultural crops, or this includes the animal production, which is the NC2. Aquaculture, NC2 also. Hair culture, NC2 to NC3. Fish capture, NC1 to NC2. Animal health care and management, which is the NC3. We have also the fishing gear repair and maintenance, which is the NC3. The last one is the fish port raft operation, which is the NC1. So these are the 7 priority sectors of the National Technical Education and Skills Development Plan. So, those are the 7 sectors. So, let's move back to the first sector, which is the tourism the tourism hotels and restaurants. So, tourism, it is a instructional program that prepares individual to manage operations and facilities that provide food or lodging services to the traveling publics or yes, to the traveling publics. So, we have also the construction. So, ano nga ba yung construction? It is a professional services that uses specialized project or project management techniques to oversee the planning, design, and construction of a project from its beginning to its end. So, third, we have the ITBPO. So, it has a practice of contracting with an external services provides to perform an essential business task. So number 4, we have the transport, communication, and storage. So, ano nga ba ito? These divisions include the activities to providing passenger or flight transportation or transport, whether scheduled or not. So number 5, we have the manufacturing. It is also the production of goods through the use of labor machinery, tools, and biological or chemical processing or formulations. So the number 6 is the health, wellness, and other social services. The number 7, the last sector, is the agriculture, fisheries, forestry. Establishments primarily engage in growing crops, raising animals, harvesting timber, and harvesting fish and other animals from a farm or from their natural habitat. So those are the priority sectors of National Technical Education and Skills Development Plan. So, again, those are the 7 priority sectors of National Technical Education and Skills Development or Developmental Plan. And tatalakay na rin natin yung mga included sa mga program na ito or sa mga courses na to. So, ano man, nakapili ka na ng course na ito pasukin sa TESTA programs. So, just remember that you need to be, or it is important to become a upskilled person and a multi-skilled person. Because the upskilled person is start ka muna from the lowest to the highest. And the multi-skilled person is several work yung mga papasukan mo. Para or for you to be able to become or to get more knowledge or to gain more knowledge regarding sa mga pinasok mong programs. So, and also it's also important to you to be an upskilled and multi-skilled person. It is because it increase your chances of getting a good job because you have honed your skills in the appropriate industry. And second, you will also learn updated skills requirements for the modern generation. This includes the communication and critical thinking skills. It aims to and it can also help you to level up your knowledge, life skills, career skills, habits, and traits are critically in today's world. Particularly as a student, as a student or as a person, move on to college or to the program for you or the workforce and adult life. So next, it is also important because you'll be able to adapt modern methods of employment, such as the use of the technologies. And the last, it is also important because um, skilling or multi-skilling, you can do or you can also help and contribute to the country's economic development by working in a high demand industry. So dapat nyo yung tandaan. Zero for upskilling and multi-skilling, which is the mission 3 or the or the pagpili sa test na programs at course na angkop sa'yo is you need to choose a course that is fit to your interest or fit to you in TESDA program, because happiness is sorely appealing, but it is an important one. And because almost every man's or every person in this world strives to achieve this feeling within them. So it is important for every student, or is it important for you as a student to identify the career path that will bring satisfaction and happiness, so that whatever you do, so you will be or you will be become a happy person while doing it. And knowing why you choose or what you choose a career course in is important, but you may not ignore the fact that you should be certain of the reason of selecting your chosen career, or yes, your career choices for applying in the TESDA program. So, siguraduhin mong isipin mo muna ano ba yung mga fitted na skills sa'yo, or ano ba yung mga fitted na programs sa'yo before ka mag-apply sa TESDA program institution. So, the question is that you would like to be in the future, or in the future becomes a reality of your decision after high school or secondary education. It is a question that every child could answer outright or find difficulty choosing career of interest. Over a time, this decision could be also be influenced by group, parents, or guardian, teacher, or an expert of a particular field of interest or on encounter experiences. So, go or think or question yourself, like, what course will you choose in TESDA program? Or what do you want to do to study in TESDA programs? So, this is a crucial question to ask yourself when thinking about your furthering education. If your reasons to choose a course to study is to gain more knowledge, qualify you for a skill set you perceive to possess, or then that's a good for you to pursue your dreams. And it is also because you would like to make a job change to another industry, which will effectively change career path. And then some education is needed to help one make this progression. So, you need to think critically before you applying at TESDA program. Isipin mo muna kung ano yung mga courses na fitted sa'yo, or kung saan ka nga ba na masaya gawin, or kung masaya ka ba na gawin ang isang bagay. So, you need to think critically before you applying at TESDA program. It is also advisable to talk with people before working a choice as such, like a TESDA graduate students, and for a fresh aspiring TESDA students. Think deeply what programs that attracts you personally. So, in addition, a particular course program could be influenced by a different factors. First is the environment. You find yourself living in it would also be due to circumstances or encounter expertise, then same or some extended influence parents or peer group, or which is the friends. Most often student chooses a particular choose a particular course of study because they perceive a career opportunity in the industry that the course relates to, and also it is a quiet up to make a decision why you would choose a course if your interest lies there, because you know you could what we call this, you could form a career or a career out of it. Then it is settled that a chosen career in the field that you want to apply is makes you happy or feel a sense of value in contributing to society. But it is advantage if you apply a course in TESDA program, because both your interests and abilities are involved in that field. So, pumili ka ng courses na bagay sa'yo, or let's just say na pumili ka ng courses na fitted or fit sa skill mo. Basta piliin mo yung course na kung saan ka masaya na gawin ito. So, importante yun kasi useless din naman iba na or nag-take ka ng ibang programs which is hindi mo naman ma-meet yung interest mo yun. So, useless din naman yun lahat. So, it is important na i-choose mo talaga yung fitted sa'yo or saan ka masaya na gawin ito. Para naman may pakinabang or para naman magamit mo yung mga interest mo para i-develop ka to. So, yun. That is for the mission, which is the or the pagpili sa TESDA programs at courses na angkop sa'yo. Think critically before you apply at TESDA. So, again, why is it important for you to be an upskilled or multi-skilled person? Then we have that four. This includes the job security, 21st century skills, work demand transition, and the recover and rebuild. Job security. Mas mataas ang tsansa mo na makakuha ng magandang trabaho sapagkat nahasa mo na ang iyong kasanayan or kakayahan sa angkop na industriya. Second, matutunan mo rin ang mga updated na skill requirements para sa makabagong henerasyon. Kabilang na dito ang what we call this communication and critical thinking skills. Third, mas may kakayahan kang maka-adapt sa mga makabagong pamamaraan ng pagtatrabaho, gaya ng paggamit ng technologies. Fourth, mas makakatulong ka rin sa pagpapaunlad ng ekonomiya ng ating bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagtatrabaho sa industriyang mataas ang demand. So, those are the benefits of being an upskilled person and multi-skilled person. So, again, Mission 3, which is the or the pagpili sa TESDA programs at courses na angkop sa'yo. Think critically before you apply at TESDA programs. Okay? As of today, I won't give you any quizzes nor exercise. Let's have it next meeting na lang. So, study the contents of the Mission 3. Pag-aralan mo na lahat and be ready for the next meeting because I will give you an exercise or a quiz before we start our lesson, which is the Mission 4. So that's all. I hope I made myself clear. Any question regarding the topic? Okay. Thank you for listening for today's lesson. And that's all. Goodbye and keep safe.